Hello my friends, I hope you're having a fabulous day. We're going to make Italian tortellini soup. This soup is cozy, comforting, company worthy, and you can make it ahead. I have done a lot of the prep ahead, so I'm going to go through the ingredients. I'm going to tell you how to choose the ones that will give you the best soup, and I'm going to go through the process and show you how I've prepped ahead and then how you put it all together and make a fabulous soup that everyone will love. So I have my caraway Dutch oven. We're going to start with the meat. So this is Italian tortellini soup. So the meat that you're going to want to use is Italian sausage, and the better the sausage, the better the soup. What I have done is I have browned my sausage. I browned this sausage 2 days ago, so it's ready to go. I browned my sausage very well the other day, and I browned it in my caraway nonstick skillet, but to get it really rich and caramelized, in addition to the yummy fat that's already in Italian sausage, I drizzled some Costarina spicy red pepper olive oil, and that just adds more flavor and a little heat. Speaking to the ingredient of your Italian sausage, we bought a half pig or a fourth of a pig from a local farmer, and I had him make Italian sausage, and I had him process it in 1.5 pound packages because that's what I use in most of my recipes. If you do not have access to a fresh pig, a butcher will probably have the freshest. If not, just find the best you can at the grocery store, because the better the sausage, the better the soup. So we have this, and when you're browning it, you want to get it really, really brown, and you want it to start caramelizing, and it will make brown bits, and you're gonna keep all of that. You're not gonna drain the fat, you're not gonna drain what it renders, you're gonna keep all that, and any brown bits, you're gonna scrape them up and keep them in the meat, and it will just infuse this soup with flavor. Fat is flavor, and this, you just don't want to throw any of it away. So this is another thing you can do ahead when you've got time. I just had a day before yesterday, I had time, and I thought I'm going to go ahead and brown that sausage, and then it'll be done, because this takes the longest and it's the messiest. So if you want to do all these things ahead and then throw this soup together for company or before your kids get home or your wife or husband get home, then the hard work is done. So this is the garlic and the onion, and you might not be able to tell it right now, but I sauteed these in Costarina, just regular EVOO, and I got the onion almost caramelized. Then I added the garlic. I just used garlic out of the jar, and I let it get really, really golden, because that releases sugars, natural sugars, and it makes it richer. So we're gonna put that right in here. I need to get a spatula. We have our sausage, we have our onion and garlic. So now and I'm following my recipe. This has been on the blog for years, and I'm going to update it, put new pictures, so by the time you're watching this, you'll have pictures in this kitchen. The last time I made this and put pictures on the blog, it was an old kitchen. It looked completely different. I'm going to add red wine. You can also do chicken stock, bone broth. I think that red wine is a must. I like a bright wine, nothing oaky, but it just gives it a deep, rich flavor. If you do not want to buy a whole bottle, if you don't consume wine regularly, you can get small bottles that are perfect to buy just to put in a recipe. So we need, where are my glasses? We need a half of a cup. Half of a cup. So here we go, half of a cup of red wine. And if you do like red wine, it's the perfect time to make this soup, because you'll have wine left over to serve with the meal. And you always want to use wine that you would drink. Don't buy cooking wine or cheap wine. So there's the wine. Now, we do have chicken broth, and we have 2 cups. Homemade chicken bone broth is always, of course, the best. A good kettle and fire, a good bone broth is going to give you the highest quality, and it's going to give you added protein. I want to show you all what I absolutely love. And all of these products that I am sharing with you all, I'm going to link to how you can get them, and I probably have discount codes for these. I know I do for Costarina, and I think I do for this. I discovered this, hang on. Hello, Milton. How are you? Thank you. Okay. I love my, guys, I get so many packages every day. My wonderful UPS and FedEx, sometimes they'll just knock and hand me my stuff just where we can say hello. They're awesome. This is KROMA Wellness. They have the most fabulous products, some of the best granola I've ever had in my life. They have an OMG cookie butter that you can eat a spoonful. And this is something I use. I pretty much use this now for my bone broth. It's called 24 karat bone broth. Okay, let me get my this out. I'll put it back in. 2 scoops of this, and they call it 24 karat because of the gold, but this is whoops, I meant to put it in the water. 2 scoops makes 1 cup or a cup and a fourth of broth. So I'm gonna do 4 because I like mine really rich. And you just add it to water. And the thing I love about this is super clean, super rich. It has roasted chicken. It's got turmeric, chives, black pepper, spinach, kale, sweet potato. Guys, it does not get any better than this other than making your own. So I'm gonna stir this up. So this is my bone broth. So this is chicken bone broth. So I'm gonna just set this here until I've added some of the other ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomatoes. Now I'm about to put my gloves on, and I don't always wear an apron, but y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to crush these tomatoes because this particular soup, you want the best tomatoes you can find. And the best tomatoes you can find are going to be San Marzano. You can get several brands carry San Marzano. This is Tuttoroso. You can get Cento. There are many brands. These happen to be the least expensive at my grocery store this week, but you want to get them whole, and you want to get San Marzano if possible, but whole just because that's the least processed. So see, you have them like this. Let me show you like that. And then you're just going to put on your apron and you're just gonna squeeze. So that's why I put them in here with the ground beef, because that sort of covers them up a little bit, because they will squirt. Don't ever do this without a glove and without an apron, because you will likely ruin whatever you have on. It's good if they're a little inconsistent. You can have some chunks bigger than others. Okay, it's that easy. It is that easy. Every bit of that. You want to add some sweetness. You can grate a carrot, and that will add the sweetness. I'm totally out of carrots. Or you can add some brown sugar, and it is 1 small carrot finely grated, which is preferable. Or I'm just going to do about a heaping tablespoon, which is probably 1/8 of a cup of that. We're going to put in our tortellini at the end and our spinach at the end. So we're almost done. So now we are going to get our cheese. This is super important. We've got Parmesan rind or small chunk. So this is Parmesan Reggiano. You want to put some of this rind, and you take it out. You don't eat it, but I also like to grate some in. Guys, you want the best you can find, and Parmesan Reggiano is the best. I've had this in my fridge for months. If it molds, just cut some of the mold off. It just makes a difference. I will buy the Costco jar or the jug or the canister of grated Parm, but I use that for recipes that, you know, I just want some Parmesan, but it doesn't have to be the best. This soup, you want it to be the best. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We are going to, we have browned the sausage. We've done all that. We've deglazed the pan. All of that is in here. So we're building the base. Oh, balsamic. Oh, and this is Costarina. It's so good, guys. Costarina, 1 tablespoon. You will never get better EVOO or balsamic vinegar or fruit vinegars than Costarina. Look at this. This is my favorite brand. It is the best company, the best business. I had the founder on my podcast. I will link to it. She tells all about their orchards and how they make their olive oil. They have olives, everything. It's like a restaurant. You can't get any better. So we're about to put all this on the stove top. I'm gonna add the chicken broth, and we're gonna let this simmer for probably 20 minutes with a chunk of rind. So we're gonna let it simmer about 20 minutes. And then let's see guys, give me a second. Here's what we're doing. So we're going to put this on the stove top, and we're going to bring it to a boil. And I'll show y'all, I'll take the camera up here. When it's to a boil, then we're going to add the tortellini and cook it until the tortellini is tender. Then we're going to add some cream and spinach, and it will be ready. Okay guys, it's gonna be great. Okay, so guys, while that's coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 cups of baby spinach, and I'm just roughly I'm actually just going to use my shears, get them in small pieces, and they're just going to be added at the very end. Always want to use baby. It just makes it easier because the stems are tender. You don't want anything that's got thick stems. So baby spinach is perfect. Actually, a whole bag of this or almost a bag is fine because it's gonna wilt. So I'm just gonna do this. You do not have to add heavy whipping cream or half and half, but I do. I think it makes it richer and more like what you would get in an Italian restaurant because they're gonna add that. They're just gonna add that, guys. Okay, so that's plenty of spinach. I think this is boiling, so let's go over and see, and we'll add this tortellini. Okay, so guys, the soup has started boiling. I can't find my spoon rest, so I'm using plastic lid. I'm gonna let this come to a boil again, and of course, the way you get it to come to a boil more quickly is to put the lid, but we're almost there, so. And let me just tell you what kind of tortellini. This is in the refrigerated case at most grocers. This is refrigerated, so it's fresh but refrigerated, so I like it better than frozen. And it's made with DOP Parmesan Reggiano. I get the family size. It's also made with imported Italian double fine flour or 00 flour, and I do the 5 cheese. I do not want to do spinach or meat because we've got the spinach that we're going to add and we've got the meat. I don't want a different meat because I don't know what quality it would be. All I want is the pasta and the cheeses. So here we go. And you want to make sure that it is boiling before you add this because this will slow the boil, it will stop the boil, and you're gonna bring it back to a simmer until this cooks. It does not take long. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna turn this down from high to medium low because I want it to simmer. I don't want it to keep boiling once I add the pasta. And I'm going to put the lid. That'll take about 10 minutes. Then we'll come back to finish this soup with some heavy cream and the spinach, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so guys, there is the soup after simmering. Now I'm adding the spinach, and I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and I'm turning it down to make sure it does not boil. Do not want to boil. Once you add this cream, look how good that makes it look. It's going to make it taste even better. Once you add that, you just want to keep it warm until that spinach wilts. And I'm going to remove Parmesan rind. Where is that baby boy? We'll find him. So we're going to give that just another minute. You have to make this. You will wow anyone and everyone. I'm going to show you. Look at this. They would hand this to you at an Italian restaurant, and it would not be one bit better. Okay, so there you have it, my friends. Italian tortellini soup, better than any bistro you can find. I hope that you will make this. If you do, please let me hear from you. I love hearing how you all either enjoy or improvise my recipes. I'm so grateful that you're watching. Follow if you enjoy my content. I love having you here. As always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.